Thanks for joining us today. If you're new here, welcome. We are the CatHairStitchers. I'm Jessie, and this is Stephanie.
We are two Milwaukeeans who love cats, dogs, and cross stitch. And this is our third Flosstube.
Yay! We made it to 30.
Yay! Third time's a charm. I don't know. It's going fine.
Best one yet.
Yeah.
Setting the bar really low.
Just a half a step up.
So in our long history of two Flosstubes, we started by showing two past finishes, things we finished before we started posting on Instagram or Flosstube. So do you want to start with one of yours?
Yeah. We haven't run out yet
So far.
I have one in person, and it's framed, and it's under glass. So
I'll try.
Yep. It is the spooky teapot.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Okay, thank you. I was like, you have the notes in front of you.
Sorry. That is, yes.
Yep, by the tiny modernist. Over my face right now, I'll add a picture of the actual chart. And then I made a few changes. I just don't like spiders. It's a personal thing. I don't know. And there was a spider in the corner, so I removed that, and the moon was centered, and I just moved the moon over to give it balance.
That's what the spider web was?
Yeah, there's a spider web there. And so that's all. Maybe a couple other things. I don't really know. I don't remember anymore. I think I might have changed. Or maybe like a mistake became something new. Oh, I do know what I did. I wanted because I got rid of the spider webs, there were black stars, and I was like, I'm going to use a little bit more of this like kind of yellow green and make those the stars.
So cute.
So I don't know. There might be other things. Yeah. Or a raven. Is that a crow? I don't know. You know.
What's wrong with difference?
I don't know either.
I was thinking it was a pigeon. The colors, but that'd be weird.
Yeah. I thought when you said you saw that bird and you're like, I'll do that.
I'll do this one. I don't even really like birds, but just in like crow life, just crows and birds of prey.
And ravens. And birds of prey. Yeah, in general. Okay. Yeah. And so I was planning on finishing or placing this in a spot that the cat might have access to scratch, because he's been known to be a little naughty in terms of scratching on a cross stitch.
That's right, glass. I'm like, wait, you wanted to place it somewhere where your cats could...
I was planning on placing
it.
Maybe I'll take a picture and add it in, but I have like a wall where like the colors over there.
Yep.
The colors on that wall of that. Like
it's right by the green and orange. Okay, that makes sense.
And that was going to be right by the cat tree. And then, I don't know, I decided not to, and now it's like above the door. So it's like nowhere near anyone can reach. So anyway, it doesn't need the glass.
It doesn't glare in real life.
It was a frame from the company on Etsy, signed and numbered.
Nice.
Yeah, they did such a nice job. And they provide you with like, within a certain frame size, I think it's like 11 by 14 or smaller, you can get non-glare glass for free. Like it's a free upgrade. And then they give you, if you request it, and it's free, little like spacer things you can add on to help give space between your stitching and the piece. This one I didn't need it, but on the next one I show, I did, because this one has a mat. So the mat was its own little spacer.
Cute.
Yeah, the teapot was dense stitching, but other than that, it went really fast, and I love the butterfly. The back stitching on the butterfly was so really nice. I saw recently from Halfway Stitchers.
Oh yeah, someone did this.
Yeah.
Erin?
Yeah, it was Erin.
I feel like Erin.
But like
Erin doesn't know this because she doesn't know I exist probably, but we have like the same taste in things.
Yeah, you're very similar.
Same vibes.
Yeah. But she did on like really cool modeled fabric by probably their favorite banana oil. But I don't think I did call for either on this. I don't know anymore, because this was way before Flosstube when I kept track of things. But it's like probably a green witchel, to be honest. Yeah, that's it. That's that one.
This one's funny. I'm gonna go after you because that's so professional, and it's like the non-reflective glass in the museum, whatever. And then this is what I have.
They signed it. No, but yours is so good.
So I
This
did
is so good. I love this finish.
I did two of the spooky autumn smalls just on scraps, like random scraps, and it was when I was trying even weave and linen for the very first time. So this is my first linen, and so it's on piece of this was like driftwood. It's just like a branch.
Look,
It sits above.
I'll show each one.
It sits above one of our windows.
Cute.
On this like gnarly little branch I picked up on our anniversary trip. And I got my mom to soft finish them. So there's like a green felt on the back.
Promise
Loops.
I know a good finish.
Yeah. So
She's gonna have to teach me her ways on the soft finish because it's so good.
she's a quilter too. So she
doesn't know it, but
She also cross-stitched stockings for us growing up. Like, my mom is one of those people who has done all the just,
it's so adorable. I love your finish. Are you going to do, there are like one or two others, right?
Yeah, I think
The
the other
raccoon?
ones are more like whimsical. So I'm probably just going to stick to these two for now.
We'll insert a picture of the chart. Right?
There's a raccoon and a pumpkin, and then there's cats with socks that have a little bear that's in blue.
Yeah.
I really back stitches everything. Has done like 3. I think he's done like the
she did
3
the
that
other
I
two.
haven't done.
And maybe the moth.
I really bought this for the
bat. And the moth is so good.
put a bat on it. I will buy it. Oh my gosh, so much dog hair. Okay.
So funny. That's why we're the CatHairStitchers. Dog and
In this case, dog. I don't know if Camel's like this, but my dog has a double coat. Oh, it's Camel. And this time of year, she's like getting her winter coat and comes out in tufts.
It's like really satisfying.
Yeah, she hates it when I do it. And I follow her around and she like tucks her tail. She hates it, but it's so satisfying. It's like an extreme sport in our house. Tough to like.
I don't have the other finish that I did here because I gifted it. So I'll put a picture of it here. It is from the Blue Flower. Janine did a series called The Language of Flowers. I can't.
Oh, I think you're mostly down.
Yeah, it's the spring one. I think she uses fancy floss, but I think I did a DMC conversion, which turned out beautifully. And I believe the color of the fabric, I don't remember exactly. I think it was 32 count, like even weave, but it was like the color like jeans. Like it literally, like denim.
Denim.
Yeah. I'm like, what's the word?
He was like,
denim.
Genetics, DNA. What color? Wrong jeans.
Yeah, and so
Such a nerd.
it's a frame from Signed and Numbered. It was they do such a nice job. So if you ever are gifting something or you want your frame a little bit fancy, it's not too expensive.
This was a wedding present you made.
Yes.
Pretty.
So like the year prior or the 2 years prior, I can't remember anymore the timeline, but we had gotten married, my husband and I, and she had gifted us like a really beautiful hand knit giant blanket, and she did a huge so that we could both be underneath because my husband and I are both like really tall. I'm 6'3" and he's 6'8". So for her to do that for us, I wanted to give her a handmade thing, but I don't know how to knit. I do know how to crochet, but I know I would never finish a blanket in time. So I did a cross stitch piece for them and like added their initials, I think, in the date.
Cute.
And I'll sing in the picture. Yeah, it was very sweet. But anyway, that was fun.
My next one is a new finish. I haven't done it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Normally, I have like before I start. Oh gosh. Normally, before I start something, I know how I want to finish it. But this one, I just wanted to start. So
it's so cute.
Hello,
nice little batch. That's a scrap, right?
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. There are some really cool like neon.
It looks neon-y
pink. Yeah.
in this camera right now.
Oh, does it?
Doesn't it? Or you can't see?
I can't see, but
it looks like it's glowing.
Oh, it does.
So it's so good.
But there are some like neon pink frames, which are kind of cool. But yeah, but also, okay, so here's the thing. This was just a scrap, so there's like no room anywhere to do anything. But in the movie, you see it from afar, like in the window. And because it's Tim Burton, it's like a very gothic-y window. So I was also thinking it'd be fun to have like a frame that looked like a window.
Yeah.
They'll be tall and skinny, and this one's this way. So it looks, but you can't see the T and the O from there.
Right? It's so cute. I
That
love it.
neon effect is so.
I mean, there's things like if you found the frame, there's things you could do.
Yeah. So either something like black and gothic-y or the like neon pink melon. The melon? Whatever the. It's not acrylic, but something like plasticky.
Yeah. If it even like, oh yeah, I see what you're saying. It's like kind of like thin and rounded, and it almost would look like a neon.
Yes,
too.
like look like a neon sign. I did go down a rabbit hole trying to find a sign that was actually like neon that glowed, but I was unsuccessful.
I actually thought about that, but I was like, I don't know.
You find a frame, and then I was like, you can buy that too. Anyway, rabbit holes. Who knows?
I wonder if there's something custom you get. It sounds.
Does everyone make custom neon frames out there in YouTube land? Let us know. Yeah, that's that.
Are those?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. One day we'll run out of them.
So you've got, I think you have 3. Next time. So what order do you want to go in?
Do you want to
You can start.
If you go, I can go in between every.
Sure.
You start next.
Okay. So these are all, I don't think anything's new. These are all, there's one new. These are continuations, but this is the Bad Vibes Only.
And so we were doing like true.
So the
I
first
think
time,
mostly
the first time we haven't shown each other stuff before.
Right. Like thread gremlin style where you don't reveal until.
This is where I'm at with it. I love it so much. It's so fun. I am about, what did I say, like 50% done with the full crosses. But after that, there's tons of backstitch. Like right here, this bottom green border, it's going to get all these little slanted bones and then also flowers, but they're all backstitch.
Oh, wow. And that big space under the white area there.
Everything has tons of backstitch. And
I love that bottle.
This is like a giant candle on this side under the cauldron. And then there'll be a cat there. Oh, and this over here is like a big moth. And opposite it is a giant bat.
Is it like a death moth or whatever?
Yeah,
that's like
really fun stuff.
Look at that. Look at the like the pouring out of that poison. Oh, it's so good. Is that all sparkly or is it?
No, that one's all regular.
Okay, I was gonna say it would be a pain to do.
So I wanted to try the sparkly, so I've done the sparkly in the cauldron, but I'm gonna save the rest. Also,
was this sparkly called for there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Side note that everything is a mess because, like, this is my bag right now because this is a stitch that I was doing. We got a new kitten. This is old news. Like, I have 2 cats and a dog right now because of our new kitten. But if it's not too honest, we can put a picture of him right here. His name is Wick. He's my little bat boy. But kittens really like to mess with your stitching. He was super shy at first, so he was alone in the guest room, and this is the project I would bring in there to go stitch, and he has messed with everything.
Was that the one that I chose?
This is like, okay, so this is the disaster mess, but if you look, where's it? He's like, chewed the ends off of the bobbins. They all have like bite marks all over them.
You just run off.
All of this sparkly stuff is so easy to tangle, and it's like so anyway, that's a mess right now. But Wick's fault.
It's pretty neat.
He also chewed my zipper on the project bag.
I love this project bag so.
He's in that phase when you have a kitten. He's like either ridiculously cuddly, or he's messing up all my stuff.
We love the tassels.
He doesn't mess with those weirdly. That seems like a cat. It's like,
yeah,
that's cats for you, man.
I don't know. I love it.
Buy the fancy toys, but they're gonna mess with your bobbins.
Yes. Okay. I have the Hobbit House. Okay, I have my working copy here. So that's the pattern. It's by the
Hobbit House Gardens.
Cottage Garden Samplings. Yep. It's the Hobbit House. And I was inspired by this drawing of Bilbo that I think Tolkien had done in The Hobbit. I want to say not look and like I'm looking at this door here because we can kind of show it on here.
Yeah.
Right? Like it has this like ironwork and that looks great. I have no problem with it. I just wanted it to look.
We also joked that it looks
a little.
Okay, so I stitched this part and it just looks like we stitched rose. Sorry, you were saying it so nice and then And now we can't unsee it.
I know. Especially when you only stitch that part.
Especially when you have
it's on the way.
Humor of a teenage boy. Yeah. I don't know.
So I'm like, okay, I want it. What if I could get it? And then I was also thinking like those lines there, maybe I could like backstitch some lines in to make it look a little more like wood green. I don't know. So this really professional, like people will show their recharts.
Their mock-ups, their recharts.
And they're so good. But look at this. Some tape together. Is this even the right way?
Graph paper.
Some tape together. I don't even. This
is round. It's hard.
I don't know. It's this way.
Okay.
You think this way. Right? That's the bottom with all the flat.
Yeah.
Some tape. Look at how huge it is. It's like a whole page. Because this is probably like 4 count per inch. Yeah. Or 3.
Probably.
So it's ginormous. It's bigger than the whole pattern itself. But like, I'm thinking I'm going to do that for the door. I don't know.
It's so cute.
I don't know if I'm going to do all these little back stitches and everything, but I know what color. I just know the green. Don't know how I'm going to get if I want the striping of the colors to go like vertical. I think I do. To like kind of pulling a little bit. I don't know. So if you have any, I know we asked about variegation recommendation, but like more like, do you have any recommendation to make it look like green wood? Very specialized. You guys all jump up. I don't know.
Have you used variegated floss to stitch trees?
Yeah.
Or houses?
I don't know.
Because like there's people who do samplers have like a brick color that they like to use for their bricks, right? Their cobblestones, their whatever. So maybe you've stitched a lot of wood.
But this is my very
I am a progress boy.
I know. That's I recharted it too. Like, believe me, I did very little progress, but I think newly added in these stones here and this like and got this started. Like that's how little I've done. Look how little that door is going to be on that compared to that giant paper.
The best.
It's the size of the building. Anyway, that's.
I should get one back.
I'm not.
We haven't gone to stitch at all.
I'm not as excited about the Hobbit House, I'm not gonna lie, but I do want the finished product. And just
it feels like spring to me. It might be a spring thing.
It might just be hanging around.
Yeah, although I don't know about you, but like Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies, I like Christmassy to me. So maybe your Christmas, maybe I'll do that.
I love it. Anyway, that's that. Your turn.
Okay, next I have the Dracula Stitch Along by Stitching Book Club. I'm not done with the part yet.
Needle Minder is so good. That Needle Minder is good with that.
So this is being released in thirds. The first one was released end of October. I feel like it was like October 16th or something, actually. And I started a little bit late. I started this on Halloween. And I think it's going to be pretty easy to keep up with. I'm 600 stitches from finishing this section. I have to finish outlining or inlining, putting the red
with the interior
inside of the coffin. There's another bat that goes here. Oh, it was funny. Do you remember when you pointed out the thing? I didn't finish one of the crosses, and when Stephanie was like, it's still there. But it's funny because I was like, oh gosh. And then I opened up my pattern keeper, and I must have been playing thread chicken because that one isn't marked as dot.
Oh, no, there you go. See,
there's like one green dot there. But there's another bat here, and then these lines go all the way just past the coffin, which is like more than halfway down the piece. So this is 16 count Zygarde Ivory Linen, which was the called for. I think the called for might have been 14 count, but I did 16. Don't quote me on that. But
I support that.
I'm really.
I'll talk about my 14 count.
But we were talking about the different reds, like starting at the really bright red, and then there's going to be yet another.
Yeah, very bloods. Like
it's like fun ombre effect.
Just like the vibe here is very Dracula, very Transylvania. Like I don't know what I'm trying to say.
There's one stitch of 310 that connects these little stars to the grate right there. In each of these. I've been putting that off because that sounds annoying. Doing like one stitch, tying it off to one stitch.
So it'll be like 10 sheets of your life for 5 stitches.
Right. Because this is so light, I'm afraid everything will
I wouldn't carry.
So I've been trying to be really good.
No, you're... let's show the back.
I've been trying to be really good because it's ivory.
It's reversible. She's reverse stitch amber stitch. Maybe it is, maybe. But one day you had it out and I was like, oh, it looks so good. And then I'm like, oh, that's the back. The back looks
great. I'm usually not careful. I'm all over the place. Like, look at the back of this one. I don't know. I'm all over the place.
It still looks like it says hello there.
Well, okay, but
Hello there.
when it's black,
Sorry.
you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. No. So love it. When is the next one released?
Oh yeah, November 16th. So I think
You're-
like a week to do.
You're great. You're doing great.
To do 600 stitches.
Not that you'd have to keep up with
Yeah.
Stitch Long, but you are.
I don't feel pressured to keep up. You know, I bet if you're like an influencer, you'd feel pressure to like keep up or be.
No,
I don't feel any pressure.
I love it. That's so cute. Okay, so I have dedicated my time to
I haven't seen this
for
yet.
November, and I want the trick or treat fairy, the Halloween. Or I think she's called Halloween fairy, but in my mind, she's holding a trick or treat sign, right? So I want her done because it's Halloween's over, but it's still fall, and it's not very spooky, right? There's spider webs.
These are like
saying trick or treat,
harvesty colors.
but it's still I was working on the pumpkin, so fall. But I was like, okay, I just want to get the cross stitching done. I also got the back stitching done, and you haven't seen her since I added any extra.
Oh my gosh, I love the pumpkins.
I love her so much. It's like one of those things where like
Well, how sparkly was spiderweb flag?
it's all Krennic. Gosh, I still haven't figured out how it's said. People say it around me. They like people say it, but I don't know. Everything
like-
around her is except like the pumpkins are fancy,
look so good.
but like all of the stems, all of the spider webs, her sign, the moon, and the little swirls in the sky are all sparkly. Her crown is sparkly. She sparkles so much.
I love it.
So many.
And you're doing the spider webs. I love it.
Yeah.
You can't
No
leave
spiders,
those out.
so I'm okay with that.
No,
I just don't want to have to stitch
no
a spider.
spiders, just massive amounts of webs.
Yeah. Sparkly webs, though. Like they're dewy.
Is this the needle minder you're using?
Uh,
See it after.
That's my that's just my needle minder that sits on my clipboard. So sometimes I will put it on there, and there's like a needle minder also on here. And I'll be like, where'd my needle go? I lost my needle. And it's like, oh, I put it on a different minder.
So pretty.
So I have a lot of space. I don't know if I
Like wine frame it.
no, yeah. I have 2 frames that might work for this in my stash because I do collect frames. And I want to try to use one from my stash because I have them for a reason, right? And then look at all the beads. I think we showed it last time, but I'll show it again. If they're easily readily available. All of these beads will have to, not all of them, but all of these colors
Have to get put in.
have to go in.
Here, be able to the fabric to hate it. It's gonna be so pretty.
Yeah. What you said purple gonna go?
Where's the blue going?
I think the blue's going in the sky.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna guess. I think the reds and the oranges go by the pumpkin, I think.
Oh, the purple's
reds go
like-
on her dress.
The purple's like tassels in her hands and like her crown.
Okay. Okay, purple's throughout kind of her dress and stuff. So cute. Love it so much.
It's so good.
The blue beads.
So
are
do you
really
listen to some beats though? Did you say
It's all
already?
beats.
Oh my gosh, totally so bad at listening.
I do follow the directions. Some people like to beat as they go, and it just would be hard for me to put
Yeah,
in a hoop over the beats.
love it.
So I use this like giant hoop that doesn't. I don't know if I have a hoop big enough now.
Oh, it's like
Maybe
here.
bigger. Yeah. So yeah, that's
Love it. Is this the clover?
yes.
Did we talk about this?
It's
already? Look
totally-
at how light it looks in this.
All right, it's the call for it. It's tumble, which
I like it better as the dark. I mean,
yeah,
I like it.
I
as the
think
dark.
I think that was just like a bad photo. Or maybe
really not.
print. It's a little older of a chart, I believe.
Love it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I have the tiniest little baby start on something. Same like I don't even know if it's worth showing. But Annie from EXO Needle and Hey EXO did
I
a
already referenced
birthday start or birthday stitch along. For me, it's a start. I knew I wasn't gonna work that much on it. But I want to have all of the seeds patterns from Jet X Stitch on Instagram. I heard Thread Gremlins pronounce her last name correctly, but I don't remember it. And she also has a Flosstube, which is really fun because her designs are beautiful. But this is the palette and my start for the pattern Fall Seeds, which is the Zelda, right? Which is the Zelda Korok fall guy. Yep, the fall one.
What is this fabric?
This is Picture This Plus Ancient in a 32 count linen, which we went and bought scraps once. I don't know if you remember this.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I really like this fabric. Oh, I really like this one too. And I was trying to get a mix. And it turns out I left with 4 pieces of Ancient.
They're all the same?
Yeah.
Really?
They were like different.
Oh, they feel different because
they were like different sections of it. But I was like, I guess I really like Picture This Plus Ancient.
Okay.
That's what I bought for the Witch's Board that I'm going to do.
Oh, yeah. No.
So that's
great.
Tiny baby start there.
But you can tell. I could tell right away when I saw it. I'm like, oh, that's the Korok.
I think everybody knows this, obviously, but like once you've started it, then it's easy to pick up and start working on something. But the thought of starting something new and measuring and finding the center.
I did. For this next one, I didn't measure at all. I did start, after I started stitching, I started counting a little. It's so small, so I wasn't stressed. But I started Stacy Nash's Animal Cracker series, bobbing. Look at him.
Do you have your little bobbin?
Yeah, I do. I put it in the little bobbins. I bought, so at our local antique store, had these. They're the exact, except for they're green, but they're the exact bobbins in the picture.
Why am I going to such? I would get it without glare. There we go. Wait, does it include both patterns?
Yeah.
This little guy too?
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
It's not in there. It's in my bag. Want to see it?
That's okay. Just looking at the... Are you using fancy floss?
Yes and no. So I have my tiny... Oh, here's my tiniest start. It was literally this morning. Because I didn't want to start beating yet on the Nora Corbett. But, like, this is his little arm. So cute. I started in the middle because I was like, okay, well, since I didn't do any counting at all. And then this is... Okay, I don't know where that is. I don't know where the little palette is. The thread's over by my stitching spot.
Okay.
Hopefully the cat's hasn't taken it. Anyway, DMC... okay, so we were at the Stitchy store buying this. I don't know what conversion I did because there's no conversion listed. If you look at the back, it's all Weeks Dye Works. And so I just like Googled a conversion of Weeks Dye Works to DMC, and there's tons out there. Yeah, I think they're all the same. I don't know, but when I started pulling out the DMC that I had in the little kit I made, I'm like, this doesn't match anything. But it's like the right kind of color. I don't know. So then I don't know, did I actually use a conversion or did I find all the weeks and then match them to my own? I don't know. I went with it though. I figured it out as best I could and
I love it.
We'll just see what happens. It's such a small stitch that
it'll be so cute.
I think it'll be fine. But I did buy the gray in the...
Oh, that's good. I mean, if you look at it.
Because that's all one and it's kind of modeled and...
Yeah. The pinks are not as
small. Everything else is such a small amount of stitching that I was like, oh, do I need to spend extra money? No. So anyway, that one I'm really looking forward to because I want... Oh, and if I can find it, I'll put it right here. I saw someone on Instagram had finished these where one of them was holding a needle and another one was holding a little scissors. And it was cutting the thread. And so I have the 2 bobbins that match. And I was like, oh, maybe I could do a little pair. And then maybe I could, if I do, like, if it works and I like it and I can finish it, maybe I would do a different color of mouse, like a little bit browner. Cute. Or lighter. So the light, that's that. That's my newest little stitch, and I was excited about it. Here's my random DMC that didn't fit in anything. Anyway, put it in the bag.
My next one, also probably not that exciting because you've seen it before, but it's my Sunday stitch.
Oh.
It is Carolyn Manning's Orange Blossoms, and I finished my quarter.
Oh my gosh, you
Quarter and
did.
a quarter.
Look at that order.
So there's one subbed out thread. Here, let me find it. There was one, I'm just using the DMCs, and there was one that was this color, like this white. Sorry for
that was
sorry for the disco bobbins. And it didn't really show up. And so I subbed in. There was already like this mustardy color and some oranges. And I just wanted more yellow than oranges. So I subbed in this really bright yellow for that one.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So that's, my palette's just a little bit differently because of the it's like a buttery cream colored. Yeah, it is a little bit yellowy when you put it next to white. But just, I'm sure I'm telling you nothing that you don't already know, but commiserate with me for a second then. So many people do these as quadrants, and it would have been a lot easier to start the quadrant if I was like a top left starter, but I'm not. I start almost everything in the center. And the pattern, the way it's printed, if you're starting in the center, you have to flip back and forth between 4 different pages. And so I'll show the back of this, not the front. Obviously, this is my working copy. I photocopied everything, and then, I don't know if you can tell, but there's most of the quadrant is on one page, but then there's a page right here that has just like 22 stitches on it. And then there's a tiny corner down here.
Oh.
Yep, that has just maybe, I don't know, 2 partial blocks and then 2 more partial blocks.
Yeah.
And then there's this bottom strip. So in order to get a quadrant, you need 4 cut up. And so I pieced together my next set of puzzle
pieces.
pieces.
You did a good job. It looks very good.
And luckily, Erica from the now closed Black Cat Stitchery, when I went to kit this, she warned me about turning the project. Where if I would turn it now and basically stitch it the same way I did, all of my crosses would be going the wrong way.
Yeah.
So you can turn 180 degrees, but you can't turn 90.
Okay.
Yes. And so I'll stitch these 2 like face up, and then I'll flip the whole thing and stitch the bottom. So thank you, Erica, for that piece of advice, because I wouldn't have thought of that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I love it.
I love the colors. I like the palette.
I think I probably always want to have a Carolyn Manning that I'm doing. They're just really fun. I like the ones too where it's like it's called Sea Glass, and it's just all different blues.
Yeah, do you think you would
without spaces?
Because these have like spaces, right? Do you think you would like the color blocking?
I think so. On a 20 count Ada, I find color blocking really fun. On linen, I don't find block stitching fun.
Yeah.
I'll hate it, but on an Ada, I really like it.
It's a little bit more soothing, just stress-free.
Yes.
Less thinking.
And everything I'm using, I color coded too. So I've got
so pretty.
So I got my Sharpie highlighters and my little I use it for a hoop, but I think we probably use these for Q-snap. Like
you have
made sure it was all color
very coordinated, this one,
right?
Well, it is a long-term project.
Yes.
So.
Oh, and this is, so you don't have to put it in a picture. This is the design.
Oh, interesting. Like the fabric.
Yeah,
looks a lot darker.
Yeah,
and like your choice.
Thank you.
I don't know why.
They're both.
I've seen this
they're
before.
both.
Why did I not notice?
I think that is that Witchelt.
Witchelt. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got a Witchelt.
Just in different.
Yes, and this cover is Ecru 14 count, and this is I forgot the name, but it's a 20 count. I'll find out.
I just think it looks so good. This is one strand too? Right?
Yeah. I know it's very fun. It's very fun.
I say that. I've never done.
I really enjoy it. Yeah. And I don't find it very hard. I don't find it very hard to see. My husband got me a really nice light. Well, I don't know if it's really nice. It's like an Amazon light, but
it's nice to have a light.
And it's got that like natural light setting that's a little bit warmer.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
I zipped it very dramatically right near the microphone.
Oh, I thought you were apologizing to me. I'm like, you're fine. What are you apologizing to?
Sorry. I don't know, for my entire being.
I don't have any more.
Well, I have one more.
Did you not? Do you have them on?
I think so. Bad Vibes, Dracula, Flosstube, Sunday Stitch. I did it out of order because I wanted to save this one for class.
Okay.
Right? I don't like that one.
But my math. Why would I? I don't know. Never mind.
Yeah, in my head that made sense too.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
because if we were stitching 5
but did I go back
in
to
a
back?
row and then 3,
Maybe I went back to back.
Anyway,
Who knows?
This one is called Marsh Monster. This was one of the patterns that I was being really cagey about because I was so excited about it.
Can I leave it folded?
Here's the pattern, which I just loved so much.
This isn't the size. This is just how much you've stitched, right?
Yeah, you can open it up. It's just really wrinkly because it's got the... I love it so much.
She's so cool. That's her, right?
Yes. Okay, so like...
Is it...
It's the Marsh Monster.
Is she riding on the back of it?
Here, I'll show you the mock-up. Well, I can bet the mock-up.
Yeah.
And the mock-up always looks good because it's not on black.
You had two somewhat similar-ish.
Yes. They're both by the same
get
person.
them torn in my brain.
It's...
Ooh, you can see right through there. I love it.
Stitchcraft by Mary on Etsy. And so she has, I think I bought 3 of her patterns now. They're like all these monsters, these fun little monsters. And so Marsh Monster is my favorite.
She's cool.
Here's the mock-up, but everything that's showing as white is going to be black.
Oh, okay. So it's the Marsh Monster.
Yeah.
Okay. She has another one where it's like
a girl riding on a giant.
So I couldn't remember if that.
So I was caging about that one the last time. The girl riding on the giant raven. I forgot what it's called, but that one is going to be on the cosmic fabric.
Do you want to show? Should we show it? Not certain, but I can add a picture of both of them.
Sure. So this one then would be the girl riding on
the other one by the same designer.
Same designer, Stitchcraft by Marianne.
You have them both kitted, right?
Yes.
Ready to go.
Yes.
Are they both black? Yeah, they are, right?
No, the other one I'm doing on that cosmic.
Oh, the dark.
And I'm gonna not stitch all of the blues because I'm doing on the cosmic. And this one,
sure.
This one I did. Wait, you helped me with the Cosmo floss?
Oh, how are you liking the Cosmo?
But
you notice the difference?
I think it fluffs a little more. Like it's softer. So sometimes it's very
feels
soft.
good.
Yeah. So if you can see, these are the colors. Like only 6
luxurious.
Only 6 colors. Why is everything that I put my floss on shiny?
I don't know. Well, you bought these little things.
Okay,
can I just say, the other day I was trying to kit one of my things up on the cards you gave me, and then I'm like, I don't have a full set on. Those are so pretty. Should I put it on the...
Yeah. I'm really excited. So, it reminds me not to keep talking about Flosstubers like they're people that I talk to in my everyday life and that they know me.
You just watch them every day.
Right. Annie did one of the animal crackers, Nettle, and she was like, I am Nettle, Nettle is me. I feel like I am Marsh Monster, Marsh Monster is me.
Actually,
I love her.
I just watched that video where she covers.
Yes.
And that.
This is I think the most me pattern I've ever found in my life. I'm so excited about it. And it's been really fun. But it is.
I love it.
The Cosmo does, with the one strand, it just gets a little fluffy.
I was just going to say, is that 20 count?
Yes. This is
I don't
20
know
count.
if you say it. You probably did.
Okay, I did. This is just 20 count black Ada. I got this at the same time from 123 Stitches. I got the Dracula stuff. It is Swigart. Is it always Swigart if it's orange? I don't know, but it is.
I think, okay, so did you buy it at
123 Stitch?
123. Okay, well, they have.
Yeah, so I know what it is, but yeah, so they're.
So
a lot of floss. Yeah.
We got at you got at the beautiful Sip and Stitchery in Nebraska, Illinois, which they do have an online shop. So if you are looking for, I have never bought anything from her online or anything, so I don't know if it's all there. I think so. I would imagine. Might be just
picking up cat hair as well.
Nonsense. But you could probably order it from her, and maybe you could live this life of luxury too. Okay,
they're not so expensive.
I know they're like 50 cents more, maybe.
Yeah, it was $2.
It's for 2 scans of DMC, one of these. So I just feel like that's, especially if you only have 6 colors.
Yeah.
And I almost want to go back and the next thing I stitched, scrap all the DMC I bought for it and buy all Cosmo just so I can try it. Because I don't think I'm going to try the Counting Puddles Cats next.
And that's the one next on your list.
I don't think so. Because it's Christmas season. All right, plans. For me, I want to finish Nora Corbett's Trick or Treat Halloween Fairy.
Do you think you could be on track to finishing it in November?
Oh yeah.
I don't know how long.
Beading is like, it can be quick, but it can be, because I use invisible thread, the YLI or whatever it's called. Floss that is like, as Nancy said, it's like stitching with hair. I love that. It can be cumbersome when you do that, but also like you don't have to do. I just do from one corner to the opposite, and I don't straighten them. But
Yeah,
I personally think like it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't impact the finish for me, and it's so much faster. So sometimes it'll say like, stitch them in this direction, stitch them in this direction, or go the full cross, and it like straightens the bead out, and then ignore all directions
and just do the cross
and just do it all in one direction.
Yeah,
and then for me it's fine. So it doesn't usually take me that long, but it's like I use a bigger hoop and it tires my arm out holding it. I need a Lowry stand.
Christmas lists. Husband, if you're watching, Mr. CatHairStitcher, if you're watching.
In fact,
not
it could be like a Saint Nick gift. Saying it's not inexpensive, but like if I were kitting up a chatelaine, that'd be more expensive.
It's all a spectrum, you guys. It's all a spectrum.
But that's all I really want for Christmas is that stand, and then anything else is happy to have. But what I want to do soon, as soon as I'm done beading, because I almost like can't let myself start the next thing.
Because you'll abandon beading.
Yeah, it'll be hard to. Oh, and it's not like I hate beading. I actually enjoy it, but sometimes it can be like, okay, I've had enough of beading, but I just want to power through. Anyway, I want to do the counting puddle. See,
Debbie's like hiss weird when she shows the counting puddle.
Santa's Moonlit Ride. Yeah, I've shown this before, but I said I was going to ask you this in the moment. So it was one of those times where anytime I spy decent prices for cool fabric on like Facebook stash and loading pages, I will jump on them.
When I go on Facebook, my notifications are like the stash unloading thing, and it'll be like Stephanie going, me please, me please, me please.
I haven't found anything for a little while, but this came
That's so pretty.
in between our videos.
And I think you said this before, but in this one, this is the fabric color, and so all of the other blues are stitched.
Yes, and I'm not stitching. And the reds, the pinks, all of that is stitched. I'm not doing that.
I'm not how angry you are about it. I'm not doing that.
That's too much full coverage for me. I'm not a full coverage person. I just want Santa, his reindeers with the moon, and the trail of magic and all of the little black worky backstitching. So this is what I had kitted, right? I love and hate it. It looks like tie-dye to me.
Yes.
And I don't know that I
It doesn't look, okay, to be fair, it doesn't look as much like tie-dye. Like the contrast is,
in person,
in person it's less. The contrast of both colors is more obvious.
Yeah. And so it's like,
but it also doesn't necessarily follow the like, if your pattern was
this and have the moon up here, yeah, I feel like that'd be cool, right? But like,
I feel like this needs a pattern that moves.
No,
this way,
like it is. Oh, this piece.
Like it needs stitching that also feels like I don't know.
And so I have this exact fabric. No, you're fine. You're not wrong.
She's an art major over here.
But I had this exact fabric on my Books Are Magic, and I haven't picked up Books Are Magic because I don't like the coverage on this 14 count. Well, with the 2 strands, it's like it needs 3, and I'm not doing that. I'm like angry.
Somebody's taking a stand on a lot of things.
So then this showed up in the mail, and I'm like, wait a minute. I have no idea if it's the right size, but I think so. Look at it. It's so big. And it's so
pretty.
A little bit of
this looks very Northern Lightsy.
And it is, right? It's also a picture of this plus. This was
This
one's picture of this plus.
It's called. Oh no.
Just Christmas Plus.
No, I was like, it's called Santa's Moonlit Ride. It's the same. But she put the project name right.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, it doesn't have a.
It's
Pictures Plus 14 count, but it's not. What if it's the exact same?
No, it's not. It's not. This is Phantom.
This was 18.
I thought that was something else.
Yeah, no. It would actually
thought
be
that there
better
might
if these two are the same.
But, okay, but it doesn't have
No,
the tie-dye look. Or maybe a little bit, but it's not as prominent.
It gets more prominent as you put it closer.
Look at that tie-dye look. Oh my god. Okay, but it's like fainter.
It is.
Okay, actually, there's no tie-dye look. What are you talking about? I'm cutting that out of the video. My back goes. But this is 18 count.
Yeah, it'll be so nice.
It'll have good coverage.
Yeah, it'll be great.
I might do 2 strands for really like fluffy.
I mean,
like,
okay, so
I don't know.
even if it is the same, you'll see like people who will hold up our best friends, the Hathaway Stitchers. Erin and Amity will get like the same thing, but one likes even weave and the other likes Ada, and they'll hold it up and it doesn't even look.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I think it's like different. A lot of times,
Right, it
just
takes the ink differently or whatever it is, the dye.
And I think it might be even like the material it's made out of is different.
The base.
I'm just talking nonsense. So I don't really
could be
flip and know. So anyway, I
or
think I'm going to
majors.
I kind of want rid of this.
Are you giving it to me?
Would you want it?
Yeah. You know what? It's up because it's 14 count.
I
already know what I'm putting in it.
Okay. You know what?
This is becoming part of plans. Are we going on plans?
Yeah, this is plans. I have not stitched a thing on this.
No, I'm part of the Bad Stitch Patreon. And
Okay.
she has a funny little, like, I think of it as a Christmas pattern, but I don't know if it is. It's like a cat over a house. And I think it's like a gingerbread house.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be so good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I
I'll have to look at the colors, but yeah.
I think it's gonna be
Oh, wait, that's only
that pattern has a stitch design that's going in this direction.
the flow is the pattern. I need to study some art terms.
Okay. I'm so much more excited about this. Just be
You really don't want to
Yeah.
your stash? So I just took like a photo to fabric, so sorry. Who knows? And then I wafted it. I'm like so proud of stuff by times.
Yeah. If you can't tell back here, this, and then as Jessie leans over, all of these, and just like black bags are kits that most of them I haven't shown one day, or when I start them one day. This is probably like 20 years worth of stitching planned for me in advance. Future Stephanie will have to do. I don't know. One thing I've already like sold on the Facebook stash and loan because I was like,
Yeah?
this, I don't even want to do it anymore. So I need to yeah. All right, what are your plans?
I have no plans. I'm starting the next quadrant of my quarter stitch tomorrow because I only do it on Sundays. I have the next Dracula will continue on November 16th, and so I'll continue that. And then I guess if I have any plans, like if I have another finish at some point, but this kind of goes into what we did last weekend only?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll save.
We'll
this.
see.
I have some plans. Because I won
Some new things.
But yeah. So
I have a question for you.
for that. Yes.
Are you gonna do any? You just said the cat, but do you do Christmas stitching?
I don't. But I saw I saw the notes wording, and I have 2 patterns. I only own 2 patterns that are like remotely Christmas, and so I did bring them, but they are someday to do. I have them kitted up, but this one I have kitted up because it's a kit, right? But this is like a Mill Hill cozy cabin.
It's new.
Isn't it cute?
Isn't it new?
I got it the last time we went to
It's newish, I think.
Newish.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
So when I went,
I was just new.
Okay, this is me being bad. I go on 1, 2, 3 Stitch and I look at the Mill Hill kits and then I add them to my cart and then I never buy them. This was in my cart at one point.
Yeah, so
I also sorted them by most popular. This one is
a popular one?
It's popular.
Look at me, trendsetter.
Yeah.
Or follow the crowd. That's much more.
Not that you were influenced anyone. You just really, I think it's a newer release.
Yeah.
So. I'm talking.
So
2024.
that's like
2024.
That's
So I'm right.
weekend, right? And then this one I don't think is Christmas, but it's Christmas to me.
And it is Christmas. Are you kidding?
It's got like pine
It's
cones and
red and green.
So I have the fabric and it's just DMC, which I also have. I didn't bring it, but I got
The fabric is
this one's called Dark Cobblestone.
it's DMC fabric.
I don't think so.
Or no, you're saying the floss is DMC.
The floss is
Wait,
DMC.
good God, okay.
This just says, it doesn't even say the brand, but it's got the orange. So is that always Swagger in the orange? What do you think? But this is Dark Cobblestone and it's 32 count Belfast. So that's a limit, right?
Belfast linen
Is Belfast always 32?
32. Lugana is 28. Or is that even weave? Oh my God, there's so many words.
I don't know, but this is like a, just a
It's
grayish brown. And it'll get this little Tudor ermine.
so cute.
Is that how you say it? Ermine?
Ermine? It's like Kreinik and Kreinik for me.
I feel like if I was good at accents, I'd say it in a British accent. But
So
I have zero plans to start these, but like at some point,
you'll do maybe
I do love Christmas.
even if you did the little one, that would be
Well, and the other thing is, I have a Christmas present for my dad that I have. I just have like half of the beads left on the canoe ride in Mill Hill. So that's, I guess.
So and you want that done by Christmas. Your mom's is like a
Nah. I mean, if it's
done
not,
when it's done.
I don't put a lot of pressure on myself. So
Yeah,
like if
that's
it's not
best.
done by Christmas, it'll be for Father's Day or his birthday or something. So
All right, Flosstubes we watch.
we've been talking about them like we know them. The Hathaway Stitchers, which I'm sure you guys all watch. Sister duo, Amity and Erin.
Yep.
And I do think like Amity stitches such beautiful and such big and such cool things. And she talks about her mock-ups. Like when she says things like, I took the picture of the fabric and then I used a mock-up with so she can position it exactly on the fabric. Like,
Yeah.
what?
And I also love, I don't know if this is nice, but I commented on a video and I was like, how do you do that? Or I asked her and she said,
But she actually told us.
because she used like Photoshop. Yeah, but I don't know how to do Photoshop. So maybe one day my husband can help me. Or maybe the Hathaway Stitchers could do like maybe the Hathaway Stitchers could do like a how-to video.
I'd sign up for that Jingle Ball Cast.
Yeah.
I don't know how this happened. And I also love, I think Erin's like one of the most clever humans.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
does not miss a joke.
Yes, she's quick-witted. I love it. And sometimes they're very subtle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're so good. But they're really entertaining to watch together. I also watched recently their like crazy finish. Was that a recent? I don't know. I recently watched it. I don't know if it was a recent release, but it was like a finish parade that they did. And oh my God, they have so many cool things.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And I feel like everything sends me down a rabbit hole. It's like, that's how I found the possibilities and all kinds of other stuff.
Another Flosstuber that we watch is Abby from Pansy Stitches. Pansy Stitches on Instagram. She is so sweet.
And so, yeah.
I know. I actually love watching her because she, like, the way she even just, like, her, like vernacular. I don't know. It's like, oh, you're young. But, like,
We are different generations, but you are so cute and sweet.
But I love watching it and just, like, laughing. Like, ugh.
I didn't put it on here, but the other one I wanted to shout out was the Wide-Eyed Stitcher, Megan. She is my husband's favorite Flosstube because all of her episodes are Grateful Dead. She's a deadhead, and so is my husband. And if you live with a deadhead, you have to be kind of a deadhead. Like, you just absorb information via osmosis, even if you didn't start out as a deadhead. So all of her episode titles are Grateful Dead song lyrics. And he noticed, like, the first time I was watching it, she had like a tiny little print of the Warlocks in the background. And if you're a deadhead, that was Jerry Garcia's band. And so he was like, she's noticed it right away. And she stitches beautiful stuff, like so many samplers and really classic things. But I just love her vibes. She's got a whole Edgar Allan Poe wall.
Love it. I don't know that I've checked her out yet.
She's fun.
She's on my
Very calming. Very calming. You know, there's like floss tubes that are funny and really, she's very, very calming to watch.
I love it.
Okay.
Okay, so on the train of Flosstubers, I guess we have a fourth one to talk about. because
I've never seen this one, I don't think. I did watch like pieces.
Yeah. So I will watch Laura from Lala Stitches. She has a floss tube. She does cross stitch and quilting. I really absolutely, I mean, I know I like love watching her cross stitches, but her quilting is really inspirational. Just putting that out there if you're
Good thing they did
and a quilt
cross too.
Yeah.
It's very
That's weird.
Sorry. Side note, ADHD.
Well, oh my god. Okay. But anyway, one of her
There was a little water in this glass.
one of her Flosstubes recently. I didn't finish my coffee this morning. That's the problem.
That's what's going on.
That's the problem. There it is. On one of her more recent friends. One of her more
tubes now.
recent Flosstubes. She showed, and she's probably showed this before, but she had like pictures of her grit dyeing fabric. And I was like, that looks doable. I didn't think it was doable, but it looked doable. So I did it. I ordered some small, I don't know what size this is, cuts of Ada.
It looks so good.
And I did it. I did 4 pieces.
Look at you.
I did it with my grit dye, which I didn't get out. I went to the store and I bought, probably eight containers of grit dye because I didn't know what I wanted.
Is this just one color?
No, it's 3 colors, and they are listed on the screen right here. Because
but this is the background, so you
but
can see
it was like, so I think there's actually 2 colors. I'm gonna be honest. That was 2 colors. I did weird color combos. I probably have them in my pictures that I can remember. Maybe not. But it was like
a little green in this one. Maybe.
Yeah,
like in the center modeling.
Yeah, and I did like very, very loose, like no measuring,
just vibes.
Just one of the vibes. Kind of. I watched like several YouTube videos on how to dye fabric, and I couldn't tell you what they all were.
Like this,
but I got like that one.
Wow.
So I love it. It's good. Looks like there's like. Right? There's like a little patch of like kind of grayer, and then like it's really there's a lot of loose. I haven't like trimmed it up or anything, clearly. And then this one is that was okay. So these 2, like this is 2 colors. I think it's like the blue and the
it's like maybe green teen coat.
Yeah, this is like a blue and a gray green, and then this is a gray green and a green, or teal, like an aqua. So it's just like very interesting how they turn out so different. And then this is all 3 colors combined.
Fun.
I was just playing around. I was having fun with it. It was so fun. It didn't take long at all. Thank you.
So good.
I did this. Okay.
I'm only seeing pictures.
It was like Halloween weekend, the weekend before Halloween, and we were going to like a kind of a old world Wisconsin. If you're from Wisconsin, you probably have heard of it. And they had like
we should be sponsored by the Wisconsin Tourism Bureau, guys.
And so they had like a haunted thing, and we were doing that. I was meeting up with a friend of mine and her husband, and we were going at 4, and all of a sudden I look at the clock, and it's like 3:40,
and you got right there.
We were dying. So it didn't take very long. Well, no, I was almost at the end, but I hadn't gotten ready yet. Anyway, I love this piece. This one's my favorite one.
I think that one's my favorite one. The one you haven't seen yet.
And then I wanted a piece of red for a thing that I thought I needed red for, but I didn't need it. Is it modeled? That's the question for everyone. It's still washed out with the bright light.
I feel like, okay, in person, it's almost like around the outside.
So to be fully 100% honest,
yeah,
I bought a piece of red fabric and added red dye to it. To see if
that's hilarious.
It would model, because I was like, "Oh, the red is good, but I want it."
Yeah, so, yeah, it's there.
So that was fun. I just did before, and I want to see if before I went crazy. I found in my little stash a little piece of even leaves, white even weave. Like, what am I doing with that? You know. So I might start. I'm gonna dye more. But anyway, I also have like some pinks and purple that I didn't even open, because I was on this trend, and I was like, I'm going to color combo just 3 colors, see what happens with them.
They match your shirt.
Oh, I got this in Canada. Okay, why?
So
Okay. Anyway,
I got this one at Goodwill.
did you?
Yeah,
That's a good find.
my favorite slip.
It's so good. I know it's your favorite. We wear it a lot, but
When we were at the fabric store, our friend Sarah was like, every time I see a fabric that's modeled, it reminds me of you.
Honestly, this looks like fabric we've seen. Like several.
Pictures plus agent.
At the Sip and Stitchery, they had Halloween. I saw several in that Halloween stack that looked just like it.
This is a good segue because we're going on an hour.
Moving on. By the way, I want you to take some of this.
They're gonna tell me twice.
Anyway.
Heck yes. Okay, so we last weekend, and we talked about this in our last one that we had plans to go to, but we went to the holiday kickoff event.
Yeah.
At beautiful Sip and Stitchery in Roscoe, Illinois.
So fun.
It's the first time we've ever done like a go to it and stitch with other people.
Yeah, our first
very nervous
event. Like we've never done a retreat or anything, so this was like the first 5 hours or something. It was like dipping our toes in.
Yeah, and
seeing if the water's warm, seeing if we like it.
And it was very surreal because when we walked in, so I recognize this from YouTube.
That's so crazy.
Hi, Kelly, if you're watching. And so that was amazing. They were so kind.
A couple of people.
And there was someone at the store too, which I'm only remembering her Instagram handle right now. I'm terrible. But she was so super nice.
Was it like
I think it was
Zamaya. Maybe?
I dare. Okay. Only remembering her Instagram handle.
Yes.
Because I'm an awkward human. But yeah, that was very nice. Everyone was really nice.
Yeah. It was so fun. And we met with...
I got to meet the famous Aunt Nancy.
Yeah. I love Nancy. So we had so much fun with Nancy. And I think we did more shopping than stitching.
I did more eating than stitching too.
Oh my god, it was like a potluck.
It was like so much ham and mashed potatoes and
everything you want.
Yeah, everything you want.
And it was really good. And we all kind of said like even Aunt Nancy, she said like a long time ago she went to a cross stitch event one time or like an event like that. And so none of us had like a little table lamp, like a portable travel lamp that you like charge. I know people who do retreats have those. And like
I know the lady at the table next to us just had like a Ryobi. They have like for tools. It was very cool.
It was like, okay, I see why. Because we all kind of, especially at Nancy, because she was stitching like
light on light.
And it was really delicate snowflakes. Here's a picture of our whips. I was working on the Nor Corbett. You were working on your
vampire. Was I working on the vampire? I brought two.
Yeah.
I brought Hello
Oh, no,
There.
what's Hello There?
I was going to say, I brought Hello
you
There.
Had the vampire there.
So I wasn't sure which one would be.
And then we had, and then Nancy was working on I don't know if we should share, whatever. She was working on a Shannon Christine Designs. I'll find the product and put it here. It's not, I've never done with Shannon Christine. She usually has like a picture of like a mock-up, not like a stitched piece, and they are so stunning stitched. Because Nancy loves those, and
I've seen a bunch of them.
I've seen them, and they're like a Nor Corbett where they have like Krennic and beads. Like they're very pretty, very fancy. Anyway, that was fun.
We were also lucky enough to meet. It was a trunk show, and so we were lucky enough to meet the fabric dyer from Moonlight. Is it Moonlight or Moonlit? Moonlight Garden Crafts, and the designer behind Fine Frog Stitching, who's also named Steph.
Yep.
So we got to meet them and shop. And
Jasmine
bought. Oh yeah, Jasmine from. Yes.
Jasmine from Moonlight Garden Crafts and Stephanie from Fine Frog Stitching. I'll add a picture right here of the table from the Moonlight Garden
for the trunk show.
So she had a ton of fabric. And we'll show our fabrics that we've acquired.
I bought this one. It's an 18 count Ada, and it is called Beach Vibes.
So one of the things that was really, I thought was cool, is that Moonlight Garden Crafts, she does both kind of like a Rit dye. I don't know if she uses that brand or anything.
This was like a more traditional dyeing method.
Yeah. And then a natural. So yours a natural?
Nope.
Oh, same. And then I got this it's I think hard to see in like a little bit like that same blown out kind of thing, but it is a navy that's modeled. It was called Nightshade. Oh, I love that name. But really pretty. I think you can kind of see the modeling. The modeling's really subtle. It's what I appreciate that it's subtle. But it's like a little bit purple, a little bit blue. Pretty.
Love it.
And then
we both bought patterns from Fine Frog Stitching.
it was really fun because we both follow her. Well, we have a joint Instagram account.
Yeah.
We follow her on
But
Instagram.
also on my personal Instagram.
And
Yeah.
we found out she's from Milwaukee, so like then that made her like special to us, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, that's awkward. But
She's also just so talented. They're
Yes.
all the patterns.
and so I am a member of her Patreon and like was obsessed with this release. I'm making a lot of work for myself.
I was gonna say, how hard is it to put in pictures?
Not that hard. It's just I have to.
Okay, which release is above our hands right now?
The one where I don't remember the name of it, but it's like a vampire looking cat.
Yep. You were calling it vampire.
Was I? I think I don't know what it was, but this.
Oh, Catula.
This.
They play it Catula.
No, that's a different pattern.
Too many cat.
Oh, anything with a cat on it, I'm all for it. But this one, so good. So this one sold me for the model. So like it's so fun to see.
Oh yeah, she had.
Here's a picture of her table of models. That was so fun to see them in person because her charts are good. It's hard to see like in a picture like the really detailed like color variation and like just it's so subtle. Which was really what's most effective about it. Yeah. And then I was seeing this and I was like, I probably have some leftover sparkly threads that I could make those keys shine a little bit.
And I bought this one. It's called Night Guide Cat.
Oh, it's so cute. Well, maybe a fabric in line for
No, I don't. Since I bought these two together, everybody at the retreat was like, oh, you could do it on that one. But I don't know. I'm trying to think yeah, I don't really know yet.
I'll grab the floss and see.
But I'm sensing a theme because this palette right here is like this one. There's a bunch of other stitches I have kitted up. So I think I like the teals.
Oh, yeah. And then, while we were there, you were the winner of the night.
I won
of the day.
The door prize, which I was talking to Kelly and I were talking during when he was announcing it. So I was like, I don't win anything ever. It's fine. And then he said my name and it was like, pronounced my last name wrong, and so I was like, I don't think that's me. And then I was like, wait,
it is you.
No one else is saying anything. I think that's me. And then I had a mild panic later where I was like, what if it wasn't me? I never actually confirmed, but it was. But
I won't share your last name.
I won a pattern, all of the floss, a kitted up pattern from Steph at Fine Frog Stitching. So it is Badger Gentleman.
He's so
great.
Like debonair. I love the little mushrooms around him.
Yes. And
it's a good photo. Like that's cute.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And it's on the this is the called for fabric that is from this.
Yeah, because apparently they
Merlot.
Fine Frog, Steph and Jazz. I think it's her name. Like partner together, like kind of.
Yeah, they're both super nice. So here's all the flosses. And then the 16 Merlot. And she was like, you can pick whatever you want. The 16 was already in there. And I just really liked it.
No, it's great. It's so good. It's beautiful.
Oh, so
even if you didn't stitch that on this, like,
yes,
they're both so good.
So the next time I finish something, like when we were talking plans, the next time I finish anything, this will be the next start that I have.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's lovely.
I think that's. And I bought one more thing when we were there.
Then when we went, so obviously, like she had their tables at there was at like a place across the street, and they just had like tables out, and then across the street was the shop, and we went in the shop, of course. I mean, full with it, right? And I bought some like small hoops because. I don't know. I wanted a new small.
I think
I got like a nerd.
Yeah, for your little mouse that you're starting.
Yeah, and I sound like I don't know what's mine are gone. But anyway, I had this. This is a acquisition. I didn't buy it there. This I had. It is Nora Corbett's Electra. So this is a future start because I will not stitch this till next year's Halloween. This will probably be my next Halloween stitch. Pre-planned. So hopefully I don't find anything else on top between now and then. No, this was in a Facebook.
This was your
stash. Okay, so I saw her called for. There's nothing wrong with it, but look at that.
so good.
So I'm going to stitch her. This is
Mystery.
no, it's called Petrol. What a weird name, right? Does that look like Petrol? Petrol. It's witch oak. I think it's 28 count.
Love it.
Which is not my normal count for a mirror. Normally I do 32, but I've heard from people that a 28 count helps the beads fit a little bit better. So we're just going to try it. I just think that this color is stunning with the orange. Her wings are a little bit green, so I'll have to pull and see. But
they're not the same family.
no, but if they don't work,
When they stay blended,
then I'll change.
they're subtle
Right.
things.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my way in the future, distant future plans.
And I just got a bunch of random specialty floss that I needed for different things. And they had the new Plum Street samplers. They had Jump Clump, which is spiders.
I found
spiders.
Tarantulas, I think.
And I was like, I love that.
Or were they jumping spiders?
Because they're jumping
cute.
spiders.
They're cute. Like jumping
Yes.
spiders are cute. And so I said, does anyone want this? This is cute.
And
That's
that's
mostly kind of joking, but
I was like, I do. It's on my 1, 2, 3 wish list, but mostly I want to get Fig Folk first because it's the best.
and then I was like, they might have it.
Yeah,
Look at them. They're so
cute. So I got the variegated. I got the Weeks. I think it's Weeks Dye Works.
Yeah.
This has like pretty much all specialty floss and some DMC. But I was comparing all the specialty floss to see like which ones are actually variegated and not. And so I got the fancy floss for the majority of the bat wings because you can see the variegation, and the dark red was just so much more saturated than the DMC.
Mm-hmm.
And I got one of the greens, the darker green for the leaves. So I just got those 3.
A little
I
bit.
think it's Peapod, Brick.
Oh, a lot of people talk about bird.
Yeah, Peapod, Brick, and Crimson. So Weeks Dye Works, Peapod. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. Oh, my face. Okay, Weeks Dye Works is the Crimson and the Brick, and then Color and Cotton was Peapod.
It's so cute.
There's a little chart of just the upside down bat face
It is adorable.
on the back.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
And are you gonna stitch it anytime soon, or is it just kind of a one day?
One day, someday. I have like,
It looks kind of springy.
I don't think I've ever come across a bat pattern that I haven't either favorited or bought right away.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You'll have to have a bat wall.
yeah, they're just everywhere right now. They're like all over.
Actually, you just have to have a bat wall.
To Bat House. I do have a bat house. Oh, forget that. There's no bats in it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that was a little longer because we had a lot to share and we did some things, so it was fun.
It was fun. Yeah. Thanks everybody for watching. We're still floored that people want to see us in our cross stitch, and hopefully, I've had some nightmares where we post a video and then everybody unfollows. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
You're so funny.
Our goal isn't like gathering a ton of people, but so I don't know why that's a stress dream, but
I think our goal is only to just share our cross stitches, because I love to talk about my cross stitch with people and try to find people that want to hang out with us and stitch.
yes. And we did get some numbers of that. At the retreat to stitch with people in the Milwaukee area.
Yeah, I think we made plans with someone.
We want to start going to a different brewery. Wisconsin has a lot of breweries.
Yeah.
So going to a different brewery, and we're going to do
True Wisconsin style, a brew and
screw and stitch.
In the works.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. We've already done it once, but just we leave it out there for people to join us.
Yeah. So hopefully you're having a good day. You got some stitching done.
Yep.
You
enjoyed what you're stitching.
Hung out with your cats, all of that.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay, bye. I'll do it, baby. Should I do bad vibes? No.
No, this is good. I'll grab one of them. God.